Hello everyone, this is the third lecture on metallurgy, and in this lecture we are going to discuss extraction of aluminium. So we will discuss in details how do we extract the aluminium from its ore. You know that there are basically four methods of extraction of any metals. The first is concentration of ore, the second is the conversion of ore into the oxide of metal, then the third extraction of metal, and at last there is refining of. So let's start with the first step, that is concentration of ore. So that is the purification of bauxite. Bauxite is the ore of aluminium. The formula of bauxite is Al2O3.2H2O. So this is the formula of bauxite. So the method of purification of ore is known as concentration of ore. So the first is purification of bauxite. Now the purification of bauxite can be done with various processes. We will discuss here Bayer's process. So what happens in Bayer's process? Bayer's process is a chemical method of concentration of ore. So let's see what happens in this. As you know, in this method a suitable solvent is used. So we dissolve the bauxite in sodium hydroxide solution because it is dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution. Generally Bayer's process is used if the ore contains iron impurities. So when bauxite is dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution, it will form NaAlO2, that is sodium aluminate and water. Then because sodium aluminate is soluble in water, therefore it can be filtered easily while the impurities can be removed. Now the NaAlO2 is further hydrolyzed and it will give AlOH whole thrice. So AlOH whole thrice, that is aluminium hydroxide. So in second step it will give aluminium hydroxide. Now what happens in third step? The aluminium hydroxide is heated up to 1200 degrees Celsius, and what happens? We will get alumina along with water. So we get alumina in the end, and this is the pure alumina. So this is how we obtain the pure alumina from impure ore. Now the second step is the conversion of ore into metal oxide. Now you can see here Al2O3, that is alumina. Alumina is already a metal oxide, so therefore we can skip that step. We will directly jump to the third step, in which the oxide of metal is converted to the metal. Now you can see the third. Here it will be second step because we have already skipped the second step. So the next step is electrolysis of fused alumina. It is done by Hall-Héroult process. We extract the metal from Al2O3. This is the process of reduction of oxide of metal. So this is electrolytic process. Now you can see this process is known as Hall-Héroult process. So how does this process works? Let's see. So this is the complete diagram of Hall-Héroult process. You can see here we have an iron tank, and in this electrolytic process, remember, graphite rods are used at anode, while a carbon lining, you can see this complete is a carbon lining. From here this is a complete carbon lining. So this carbon lining is used as cathode. So it is anode while carbon lining is cathode. Now the next thing is the electrolyte. So electrolyte consists of alumina, then NaAlF6. Remember, NaAlF6. This is called cryolite. So this is called cryolite, and CaF2. This is called fluorspar. So we use cryolite and fluorspar along with alumina because cryolite and fluorspar increase the conductivity of the electrolytic solution, as well as they reduce the melting point of alumina. So remember, that's why we use cryolite and fluorspar. Sometimes there may be a question in your examination, why do we use cryolite or fluorspar in the Hall-Héroult process? So there are two reasons. First, they reduce the melting point of alumina, and second, they increase the conductivity of the electrolytic solution. Now, the process, what happens during the process? You know that in this process, because we have fused electrolyte, that is alumina, along with cryolite and fluorspar. So you know that alumina, that is Al2O3. Al2O3 will form 2 Al plus ions, or 2 Al3 plus ion plus 3 O2 minus ions. So oxide and alumina ion. So you can see at cathode what happens? Aluminium ion will gain the electrons and will form aluminum. So where is cathode? This complete carbon lining is cathode. So you can see at cathode the aluminum. So this is our aluminium, that is molten aluminium. So molten aluminium is obtained at cathode, and we can take this molten aluminium from a tapping hole. What happens at anode? At anode, because there are graphite rod, or you can say carbon rod, so carbon reacts with oxide ion and forms carbon monoxide, or it may form carbon dioxide and gives electrons. So this is the whole process of extraction of aluminium from its oxide. Now the last step, that is refining of aluminium. So refining of aluminium can be done with the help of Hoops process. This process is known as Hoops process. So let's see, this is the complete diagram of Hoops process. You can see here we have carbon rods at cathode. This is also an electrolytic method. So carbon rods are used at cathode, then it will have negative charge. Then at anode, so at the bottom you can see there is carbon lining. So carbon lining at the bottom, it works as anode. So the carbon lining, it is anode. Now we have impure aluminium. So we pour impure aluminium from the top and it will move to the bottom of the iron tank. So this is an iron tank. So the impure aluminium will move to the bottom. So we have impure aluminium here. So this is impure aluminium. Now there are basically three different layers. In the bottom layer we have impure aluminium. In the second layer, in the middle layer we have fused electrolytes. So fused electrolyte that consist of fluorspar or cryolite, etc. And at the topmost layer you will get pure aluminium. Why? Because you can see at the top we have carbon rods at cathode, and you know during the process of electrolysis the aluminium ions which are liberated from anode, they will form Al3 plus ions at anode and they will move towards the cathode. So at cathode they will form aluminium. So at cathode, what happens at cathode? At cathode Al3 plus ion will gain electrons and will deposit at the cathode. So you can see near the cathode there will be pure aluminium. So the top layer is of pure aluminium. So we can extract this pure aluminium from a tapping hole. So this is how we can obtain pure aluminium from impure bauxite ore. So this is all about the extraction of aluminium. So aluminium is extracted in 3 steps. One step can be skipped here, that is the second step, in which the ore is converted into the metal oxide, because I have already told you, because here ore itself is metal oxide, so therefore we don't have to convert this ore into metal oxide. It is already a metal oxide. So these are the 3 steps in which aluminium can be obtained. Pure aluminium can be obtained from the ore of aluminium. So if you have any queries in this topic, you can ask your questions in comment box. Thank you very much.